Virgo, hi and welcome to your July reading. I hope this month finds you well. This is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, potentially their Venus in the sign of Virgo. However, if you just happened to come across this video or you are cross-watching for somebody that you are interested in, I'm sure that there is a message in here for you and may it find you well. A little bit of an update. You may have noticed that my name has changed. If you are one of my fellow subbies, you are someone that has subscribed to me. I just feel like it suits me better. I like the play on words, so I'm just changing that up. I like the look, so we'll see as well. I am going to continue with the pre-shuffling before I turn on the camera, since nobody has complained about me doing it that way. I didn't know how it was going to really go over with people, because some people like to make sure for some reason that this is a legitimate business or a legitimate thing. But since I am on a time constraint, I think I'm just going to stick with this, although I am eating my time with like this pointless jibber jabber, but I'll figure out a way to make it make sense. Let us go ahead and jump into your reading though. What came out for you, what you can be expecting. The Emperor card. Hopefully it's focused, sorry if it's not. Followed by the Page of Wands and the Tower card. Okay. As far as the obstacles you may be feeling and or will feel, you have the High Priestess, followed by the Five of Wands and the Chariot with the World card. Two major arcanas on top of each other. Okay. And then from there, as far as the end of July, ways to overcome the obstacles, what came up was the Ace of Pentacles for you guys, followed by the Page of Cups. Such a pretty card, especially up against my skin. And the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry you guys, I'm a mess. It's just whatever I think and feel inspired to say, I do. And it's disruptive. Okay, and I'm feeling a little bit of that energetically. I'm also getting a sense of you can't keep running from you. You can't keep running from who you are. You can't keep running from what you've done. You can't keep running from your higher purpose, your higher path. And I'm seeing that, which is destructive. It's self-destructive, because you're not doing anything but putting yourself behind, right? Not even trying to compare you to anybody else. Never do that, because you are essentially stealing your own joy. But no two people's paths are the same. You're not alone. You definitely need to find your tribe. I'm seeing that circle of other people that are similar to you, right? And that can help you get over this trauma or figure out a way to better cope with what this experience will mean for you. This is something that is forced by the universe to do, because any other method in which the universe has tried to communicate with you wasn't working. So this is often like a fall from grace moment, losing of a job, losing of somebody that is very significant to you because you don't appreciate them enough. It can just be like different things, right? You don't appreciate life enough, so you have to like lose somebody you really care about to understand that, you only live once, essentially. It can be like that type of wake-up call. It can also just be your own pattern of thinking and or being and or the way in which you evade or avoid your responsibilities. It can be something like that you have constructed, and that is self-destructive. You meet that in July, and it does not feel good. And of course it won't feel good. Not everything can. You can't appreciate the glory without the grief, So that's what I'm getting, especially. Come through, Lord, come through. You can't appreciate the glory without the grief. I am seeing that with the obstacles cards, although they are read in this way. High Priestess with the Five of Wands with the Chariot, and the world card. The world card being glory, new start, new chapter, new cycle, ascension, rejuvenation, right? Completion. But what I'm getting is that you can't heal what you don't reveal as well with this High Priestess card, right? What is buried within the depths of your subconscious, what you keep trying to suppress. You need to bring that out into the light and deal with that. Yin-yang principle is something that you should really look into if you're unfamiliar with it. The seed of the other lies within each. Like, you cannot be an all-powerful, all-positive person all the time. You cannot be a bastard, really negative and cynical all the time. There's an ebb and flow that happens with life, and it's like you need to come to understand that with this Five of Wands energy as well. You may need to be a little bit more serious. You need to take life a little bit more seriously than the way that you've been playing the game, because you may have been acting in a very childlike manner. And I'm only saying that because Persephone was she wasn't quite an adult when she was abducted by Hades in Greek mythology, right, as this story goes. But you may not have been handling life in the most mature way, and it is coming back to kick your ass, if not eat your ass, and bury you alive, right? So you need to get your act together. You need to ooh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Oh, okay, excuse me. But yeah, you definitely need to get your act together. You need to be decisive on the thing that you want to move forward with. You need to walk in the direction of your purpose. You have the energy to do that. But I feel like you might be letting an opportunity pass you by. But for some of you, I'm hearing opportunity actually comes knocking at the door, right? Because you see the Chariot with the World card, and this is the mind. Wait, hold up. How does this go? This is the mind, body, no. Shit. Pretty much the mind, body, the heart, and the soul, okay? Full integration. And what came up was the Ace of Pentacles card, which talks more about the body. Making sure that you're taking care of you by the end of July in all of this. Making sure that you do the self-reflection. If you're trying to suppress things that may have happened to you as a child that you may be ashamed of, you need to open up about it, or just put that to bed, because it doesn't define who you are as a person unless you let it. Right? You can absolutely choose that path. To continue being a victim, playing the victim role. Or you can become a survivor of your circumstances and see how that made you a strong person, and how that changed your life, and how you can change other people's lives by expressing what happened to you, by sharing your story. Somebody might be telling their truth in that manner, or needing to do that type of release. Maybe going to a counselor, like an AA meeting, or just any type of support group, or starting your own support group. Maybe you feel like that's what's been lacking, or that's how you can heal as a person, by starting something like that, or a nonprofit organization that can help the youth, that can help other people, right? So that they don't fall into the same circumstances that you did. And I can read that with this World card, or the Wheel of Fortune, I'm sorry. Right? So you have a choice in this. Which way are you going to look at it? How are you going to overcome these obstacles? How can you get on top of it so it doesn't take control of you, of your life, of your vessel? Right? How can you be more creative, enterprising, diplomatic if you are a boss, and how you can just give back to those that work for you and or work with you on a communal sense. Don't be greedy. I'm getting that because greed is man-made. Don't be greedy with all the things that you have accumulated in your life. You need to give it back to other people. Because, the Ace of Pentacles can turn into the Four of Pentacles if you're not careful, which is miserliness, which is selfishness. So as soon as you get money, figure out a way that you can invest that money into something that can make more money, right? And something that does not go against your own personal values and or your morals, right? You can make an honest living. And it's something that can be passed down possibly for generations to come, right? Some of you may just now be thinking of a business idea that can do this and that turns the page in your own life, right? But yeah, something's definitely needing to be overcome this month. Just be a conqueror of yourself. Just be strong. Be sure of who you are as a person. Don't let anybody test your character, because somebody very well could be trying to do that in the month of July. People always like to try people, right? Especially the nicest people. So if you are a nice Virgo, somebody might be trying to test you. Just don't even play into it. Know that that stems from something that they don't want to reveal about themselves in their childhood and their upbringing, right? Try to get to the other side of it so you can become less reactive to situations, right? And you can just very calmly and maturely and responsibly respond to a situation, right? To a person. So that's what I'm picking up for you guys for July. Nothing but good things, but you have to choose to see it this way, right? I can only do so much as far as like getting you revved up and revamping or reigniting that passion within you, or whatever emotion it is that comes up from within you. I can only do but so much. You have to take the reins as well and take control over your life in the direction that it goes in next, right? So that's what I got for you guys. As far as chakras go, your third eye, it's underactive. I feel like you need to believe more in yourself and your intuition and your own potential and what you can achieve in this world, right? And how you can manifest things, just how much power actually flows within you. I feel like you underestimate that. So get in touch with your third eye, as well your throat chakra, just so that you can be responsive, but it comes from a place of understanding and compassion, and not of harshness, right? Not of impulse, and or lack of couth. I'm picking that up with this Five of Wands. But yeah, definitely your throat chakra, your sacral chakra, your heart chakra, and your root. I feel like I've said all of them, so pretty much just balance all of them because they are here, and for different reasons. But if you don't know how to do that, I will leave the link for that in the description box below. And at this time, if this resonated for you, definitely give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more. And I will talk to you guys in the mid-month reading.